Yes.
Yo.
We back in the building.
Follow.
We live.
Like you've been here before.
Charlemagne, are we live?
Are we live?
Are we live? I got
Back,
an indoor
baby.
pool, outdoor
pool.
indoor jacuzzi, outdoor jacuzzi.
Yeah.
You don't remember
Got
that classic?
a Rolls Royces
This is
outside.
8 Rolls Royces outside. You remember Ray J was playing the piano in the...
In Mayweather's
house
front
now.
room.
Oh yeah, popular culture. Woo.
Don't do that.
It was a moment in time.
Yeah, hilarious. We always reference it because Ray J is like an icon.
That was a classic interview.
Yeah.
An interview.
It wasn't even an interview. He just
It
called
was a
in.
phone in. Like
Yeah, he just-
without that, the Breakfast Club might not have... Because that was their first proper viral moment. And
Yeah, so I think they heard that things happened in it. So I think Charlemagne had that relationship with Ray J. So they were like, yeah, I'm going to call you kind of thing. Charlemagne, are we live?
He's how much phone in on live radio. Of course we're live,
Like,
bro.
he knew
What do you
that
think
they
this
were
is?
live, and then he still proceeded to like just
But you know,
say anything.
I respect a man that double checks. Even though you're still going to move brazy.
Yeah.
He's like, are we live? Because now I want to make sure you get all of this.
Yeah,
Okay, fair.
that was his
Okay,
angle.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if I want to embarrass someone now, I'm gonna do it like on national radio.
Yeah. There's no time delay, nothing. It's, if you catch it, you catch it.
You
You've
were
been on radio
saying
before.
all sorts of
Essie
things.
was Amish, is gave me the whole spiel before he went on. This is not the podcast. You can't swear. Like I'm sat there. I don't know if you've listened to one of the episodes. With, like, I think I've done an episode of her by myself. I think Vans has done one and we've done one together.
Yeah,
If you heard the Queen's English, the grammar I was giving them, you would never know I've ever mispronounced anything in my life.
I mean, it gets like that.
I was on-
You have
I was
to,
on
you
radio
know.
just chef's kiss.
Hey man, we can switch out when it needs to
Yeah.
be.
Sometimes he barnicks.
Code
Sometimes-
switch.
Yeah, come on. You coach it all the time.
First,
Yeah,
You're a
but like,
coder.
is,
Relax.
no, but do you know what? Yeah,
You're a
like,
coder.
no, but in your vocabulary, is it full of like profanities though? Like, or just on the normal? How often do you swear
Ooh.
Depends how upset I am. Like how life's been treating me.
in a day, bro? Like, just a standard
wake up,
regular
fuck.
day.
Oh my
Have you
gosh.
got Tourette's?
Maybe.
Okay.
Nah, I don't think it's not that bad. I swear to you, yeah. I was talking about swearing. It probably would be less if I was a podcasting.
Right.
Because generally speaking, I mind my P's and Q's around people and stuff. So
Yeah, when you're at home, like, and you're just having a regular chat with your missus, like, you're not just effing and blinding, are you?
nah, it's not gonna work. It's my lady.
Bloody fuck.
Is that,
You bloody fuck. Yeah, it's not gonna work. That doesn't work in the house. And then work, that's not the setting. I still
Only
mind
when you're with the man, them.
yeah. Do you know what it is? Football. Football. This just comes out.
Just,
Oh,
yeah, it's just anger.
Shit
Yeah.
winger.
Yeah, just
Look at
Rob uses see you
fucking
next
centre
Tuesdays.
mid.
Like
Oh, follow.
yeah, it's necessary sometimes,
Yeah.
man. Like, have you heard someone like, God bless referees, innit?
Oh,
God bless them, innit?
I mean,
Now, on one hand, you know, like that list of jobs that, like,
after last night, I'm not sure.
we'll get to
Oh.
that, but you know, that there's that list of jobs like police officer, traffic warden, certain jobs that, like,
Bailiff.
Yeah,
bailiff.
Yeah.
Low key, being a ref is kind of in
Oh my
there.
gosh,
being a
don't they make
referee is
bank
kind of
though?
in there. I don't know if or maybe the top level they make
Yeah,
good
okay,
money.
not the like.
My little cousin's a ref, actually.
Oh.
What level though?
He's at a decent level, yeah.
Can you
Decent
see
level.
the? Can you see
No,
how they
you're
answer
an
the
op,
question?
you're an op.
It's
You're an op.
important though.
You are an op.
He's a FA licensed ref.
Love that thing.
Ow.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
his experience been like since being a referee? Has he bumped into like a young Fols?
Yeah, when I found out that like he was doing it at a pretty decent level,
Yeah.
I was like, you must get like, how do you deal with players like having to kind of come at you in a certain way?
Red card. Don't let
He's
me on
like-
the pitch.
He's like, it's got easier along the way because obviously now his experience, he knows that this is like just part and parcel of the game, innit? Like people are going to come up to you, but you have to stand on your decisions as a ref. I was like, oh, you know, you're quite wise in your young years. Shout out to you, man. You got to be super fit as well.
Yeah.
Stoney's always running.
Fair.
Shout out to him, man. It's his birthday as well. Happy birthday.
Okay, shout out to him.
Oh yeah, happy
Just
birthday.
rude. I was gonna shit all over referees as a job, but shouts out to you.
Nah, shit, bro, shit away.
Okay.
Oh.
Shit away.
Do you not think you could be refs? You not got the fitness.
I like what you
I don't
did
think yeah, for me, that wouldn't be the problem.
Oh,
there. Wow. Okay.
false.
I think man a long distance.
Not even not just saying that, like out of like everything that being a referee entails,
Yeah.
the fitness thing is the least of your problems.
Yeah, because you'll get the fitness, innit?
You'll get the fitness, but it's just having to deal with your decisions.
It's a high pressure job, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad high pressure because you're getting heckled from the crowd as well.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you when I went to a football match in Congo and how they brought out the ref guarded by police officers,
Oh my
like
God.
8 on
Escort.
each side.
Moving like the president.
Yeah, bro, it was mad. Because if he makes a call, that kind of costs the other team the game, they are jumping on the pitch and
gosh.
battering you.
You know what? Anyone that wants to become a ref, shouts out to you.
Shout out you.
Yeah.
So fitness is the least of his worries.
Yeah, but that's in a specific setting. Over here, not saying that like they don't deal with shit over here as well, but I don't think man are going to Millwall and that with the armed guard and that.
Boy,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, man.
What other jobs are on that list then? So we got. It's debatable about refs, but
Immigration officer.
immigration officer.
Yeah, anyone that works in the Home Office, bad vibes.
Okay, bailiff, police officer.
People at passport control,
No, I don't think that's a bad vibes job.
they're bad vibes, man.
But coming
Like, you
from our
can't even-
background,
you can't even
we're
bust
trying to
joke.
sneak in the country
Can't even bust two joke like
Okay,
this.
fair
Like,
enough.
because it's dangerous. And like you can't.
Yeah, fair.
What else is on there? I put said bailiff right, haven't I?
Yeah. That's like bailiff, traffic warden, and whatever the third one
It's in
was.
anybody in uniform.
That's the trifecta for me.
do you know what? Like, did you guys ever thinking about who you went to school with? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you look at or point at one of them and say, yo, like, I know you're going to be one of these jobs. Like, you're going to have one of these jobs when you're older.
Yeah.
Certain prefects just off like the power trip.
What do prefects do to you?
I was a prefect as well at one point, but I was a house captain actually. Bit more senior. I was not just a
Sports.
regular prefect there.
What's that house
Mad.
captain? Like, what's that?
Jones House, innit?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Different tie, you know, just
So do
Imagine that.
you get like extra privileges and that?
clout, innit?
Oh. We need
What the
clout
fuck are you not
currency.
talking about, bro? Just clout, innit? Might be able to go and have your lunch a little bit earlier. Just a bit extra
Skip the
clout and
queue.
that. Just stuff is good to put on
Skip
like
the queue and that.
your, what do you say to your CV, but like applications for college and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember when teachers used to talk about your permanent record?
Yeah, NRA.
Cap.
What? So loads of people spoke about this NRA thing. I've never heard about it in my life. I mean, I've heard about it, but what was it?
What's NRA? Why are you laughing like that? What's wrong with this guy?
Maybe there was a cutoff where there was no longer an NRA for you guys.
Oh, because you went to school so long
Okay,
ago.
sorry. sorry.
Shout out to all my people that know about the National Records of Achievement.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So
It's a little
like
folder with like everything that you kind of achieved along your school.
stick all your stuff in there.
No, it's a folder. You put your certificates in there. It's kind of like as you're leaving school, you know, applying for colleges and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think it was a thing that was required back then.
Okay.
Okay.
Insert old joke. Chrissy,
No.
come on, man. Let's play, man. You don't want to play?
I have grown.
You've grown.
Yeah.
I love that for you, man.
But I may
love
not be the same person in like 13 minutes. Let's see.
Fair. But we're here, man.
Yeah.
Hashtag Off the Cuff Pod.
Come on.
We are back. A good honest conversation never hurt anyone.
Yes.
If you're listening for the first week, I am Fols Forever.
And I'm Mr. Vans.
And we've got the young blonde bombshell.
Chrissy, hi.
She's looking at Vans, making sure she doesn't drink before toasting, before cheersing and that.
Okay.
Big Riz.
Big
Hey.
Riz.
Okay, the Rizzler.
It's
The Rizzler.
no.
No?
Riz Latif, no.
What?
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 I just, playing on words of Riz,
Oh,
innit?
stop playing.
Riz
Yeah.
Latif.
Like what? What's wrong with my teeth?
No?
I got nice teeth.
That's got nothing to do with something silly, man.
Shout out to the people with nice teeth, Drew.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Shout out to
mimosa
Pussy Hive
vibe.
and that.
Yeah,
you lot do
hi.
mimosas and that. Love
Yeah.
that for you lot.
Oh, you introed everyone. I have this theory, that orange juice is not a versatile juice.
It's not
It's
that
not.
versatile.
It's not.
Okay.
Because
Expound.
apart from breakfast, what other time in the day will you be like, oh, do you know what I need? A cold glass of orange juice. Whereas,
Do you know what?
When you're sick.
Sometimes I'm on that vibe.
When you're
I
sick.
mean, we know what your vibe is.
What's
What?
The
What does
baddest
that-
vibes. Apple juice is just the most versatile juice, I think. Because you drink apple juice at any time of day, but not orange juice.
Weird enough, I don't, you know. I literally only drink apple juice when I want to have alcohol.
This doesn't really fit with my agenda, but all right.
Oh, I just ruined it for you.
Yeah.
You don't have
Okay.
like orange juice with breakfast and that.
Not really. I'm more likely to have orange juice with breakfast than I would apple juice. I'm more likely to drink orange juice throughout the day than I wouldn't just go and pour apple juice to drink.
But you
What?
just pour orange juice.
Apple juice is one of the greatest drinks to exist.
I don't dispute. I'm just saying in terms of the versatility argument. This is for me. You know this.
Once you get to the cloudy apple joints, it's a wrap.
Still, like when I see it, I just like Hennessy, man.
When you look at apple juice, all you think is Hennessy.
I just feel
You should see someone about that.
Huh?
You should see someone about that.
I'm not even drinking that much
That's
anymore.
really a problem. We know why.
I've come back.
Oh my God.
So it's just water at home, yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
I love that.
Calm.
It's only like when it was super warm. There you go. Cheers in the eyes, because it's just bad luck if you don't.
Thank you.
You're right there.
Flowers stink.
I can tell you about all flowers
Right?
in ages.
Oh my God.
Ronnie romance, Ronnie no
Shit.
romance over there. Ain't bought nobody flowers in yonks.
Oh my God. Be shy for yourself.
For our listeners at home, there's flowers in the studio. Vans caught a little whiff and he's like,
Don't they look malnourished?
That's not the point.
No, they don't look malnourished. They don't, man.
Okay.
Follow. Follow.
Really?
Them
I've
flowers
seen
is
worse
not
flowers.
You bring home these flowers to your babe?
Those are that intermittent flowers. Like you see, like you got the
Oh,
flowers.
look,
Nah.
it died halfway.
Nah.
No, like you got
It died on the journey.
when you're buying flowers more regular, you can get away with those flowers in between. 'Cause you got like anniversary flowers.
So do you buy flowers
You've
on the
got
regular?
I'm trying. You got anniversary flowers. You got birthday flowers. You've got
That's not regular.
like last night was in a fantastic session flowers.
Right.
And then you got like just because in between flowers, just like I thought
Just
of you
because.
and that you can, you know. But when you don't buy flowers regularly, then you've got to buy the basic, the Instagram flowers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you
The
pull out
1,000
whole
roses.
room, yeah. Bro, you got no money left for the gift, no money left for an outfit,
Fam,
dinner.
like, and you have to clean up afterwards.
List.
And it's only good for like, in terms of practicality, it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
But you know, for the
Zero
gram,
sense.
innit?
Yeah, for the gram.
Or for the archives.
Fair.
For the ego, innit?
But yeah, you are not bringing these type of flowers.
Yeah. I would flog
Is it
you.
weird and I shouldn't attempt it?
Dead.
Yeah, for Bant.
I'll let you know. I'll try it next week. I'll let you know.
You actually want him dead? You want him
Sometimes
dead?
you just got to try them a little bit, man. They be trying us all the time.
They'll be like,
man.
then they get closer and they're like,
You're right.
And the worst thing about it, you be buying them flies and they don't even tend to. They don't look after them. Flies
they'll be
just,
like, oh, babe, do you mind watering them?
yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what?
This is for you. And this is me expressing my love to you. Now look after them, innit? And the worst thing about it, my flowers are dead now. You got to buy new ones.
Yeah, go again.
The
So at the
game's
time I
rigged,
bought
man.
turtles and then I had to end up cleaning the tank.
Okay.
Listen, in this life,
And I'm like,
there's just certain little battles you just got to let them have, man.
yeah.
Just to keep the peace, innit?
Yeah.
You speak for the women's congregation. What are
The
your
what?
thoughts on this? The women's
Good
congregation. No, I beat the case. Don't try
Yeah,
it,
you
bro.
did.
Barely.
I beat the case.
Yeah, no, you
I'm
survived
trying
that
this
one
week
still.
to be ideally not to make any mistakes, and if I am to be the third one.
Oh.
That's the goal.
Oh my God. No
That's the goal of the
pressure.
podcast. If you listen
Oh my
for a
gosh,
few, if you
oh my
listen
gosh.
like consistently, we've been, you know,
I'm definitely making
A
mistakes.
few wee fiddies.
Woo-boo.
yeah, like the Wi-Fi's lagging, it's buffering. And you know, like, yeah, it's still connecting, dial-up. And when you listen to us, you're like, these lot are sharp, and then sometimes you're like, raw.
Hey, yo.
But yeah, what were we saying? So, how's everyone?
Oh, I'm good.
You're good, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I am.
Are you sure you're sure?
I had a bit of a crisis of confidence last week.
Okay, talk to
But
your brother.
we're
What
back.
happened?
No, you know, just like at work, you're just like, am I
Good enough.
am I doing this? Imposter syndrome was beating my ass.
How do you combat that when you got imposter? When you're feeling like that, when you feel like you're not good enough for...
I think it's always like kind of like a cycle. So there's always a couple of days where I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not on it. But then I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh my God. I will think about the times where I am now was an aspiration.
Oh, okay. Okay, just to remind you how far you've
Yeah.
come.
And it's like, okay, I wouldn't be here if I couldn't actually, like, if I look at then versus now, it's not like I just went round the corner. Like, there's been a whole journey and I've taken steps and I've moved forward, and just trying to like reaffirm to myself, like, you've got this, like, you know what it is you're doing.
Yeah.
And then once I've kind of like reassured myself, I just will actively ask my manager or whoever I report into, like, okay, this is what I've done so far. This is where I'm at now. What do you need? And actually just trying to remove, because sometimes when you're in your head, it can be really irrational and you're thinking about all these scenarios that have never happened. So I'll just ask, like, just be really clear, like I said, about what I've done, what my plans are. Do you think there's anything missing from that? And the feedback that I get, like, pretty much all the time will reaffirm that, like, I'm doing the right thing and I'm going the right way. And I think sometimes just getting that external validation, like, okay, you are doing the right thing, is like, let's go again.
I love that for you, man.
Yeah.
Me, I just think, fam, don't fuck this money up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
like,
fair, yeah.
Do you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because it even ties into what Chrissy says about
borderline. Let Vans flow.
Chrissy.
Borderline is fine.
What Chrissy said.
Yeah.
About this is like where I aspired to be back then. So it's just like, can't fuck this money up because I'm looking back when I didn't, or when I weren't in this position. Like, I was sick. Now I'm in a better position. Things aren't going too well, but, you know, at the end of the day, ultimately, like, as humans, you know, we adapt and we have to turn it around one way, shape or another. Otherwise, you know, he wants to be down bad.
I like nice things.
That's also very, very, very key.
Liking nice things is essential.
Yeah, because
it's a big motivator.
Yeah,
it is, but I feel like sometimes you got to be careful with that because that thing is fleeting. I feel like you just keep chasing that, and then you get there same way. Like you're saying, you look back on your journey. You would back in the day, you'd be like, "Rah, this is where I wanted to be." Now you're here. Even though you're here, you're still feeling away. So when you do buy these nice things, it doesn't stop. You're always going to want the next nice thing. You want the next shoe, the next whatever.
Yeah,
whatever the nice thing is for you.
And it also depends on the type of person that you are, because like there are people that are money motivated because they want a comfortable life. They want that cushion and just live simply. You wouldn't even know that they got bread. And then you've got the other people who are motivated by money, where they're a little bit more flamboyant. Like they want to show other people that money, you know, that they've got it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So for those people, sometimes there's no ceiling there. Like you're motivated by money and you like, you know, nice things, and you like to show people that you have nice things. And then you go on social media and everyone's just competing. So then like it just game. But like I could see why those people would feel compelled to kind of like try to keep up. There's a lot of people that have gone broke trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Don't keep up with me, boy. I'll leave you there, but you can win. Don't try to keep up with me. There's nothing here.
But I think, like, just adding on what Van said, it's not. I think there's also an in between of that. Of course. Like, yeah, you like nice.
It's alright. It's alright. He doesn't need his eyes. Fine.
You trying to remove it?
Can you carry on what you were saying?
Wow. Okay.
Thanks.
Wow. Where it's not necessarily about material things, but you just like, you want to be able to go on holiday, for example, and not have to, for it to be like a life decision. So it's not necessarily like,
that's not necessarily
living the
material
simplest
thing,
thing, but it's not a materialistic thing either. You just want to be able to
enjoy
afford yourself nice experiences.
Yeah. That's fair. I like that. Look at us.
Yeah, growth.
Grown.
How did we get here anyway?
We just asked each other how we were doing.
Yeah.
Innit?
Okay.
Chrissy was talking about a crisis of confidence. So let me just.
Okay, so how am I doing? I'm well, thank you.
So what I heard is that you weren't listening.
I was, but it just.
He was just wondering how we got on this tangent. You know, he's just making sure that we're still in the car, innit?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You asked me how I am, like you ask everyone every week, but how are you?
I was waiting. For
okay, yeah, just say that. Say that then.
Waiting.
Pause. I should have asked you how you are.
Like,
no, but we got there, innit? We got to how you are, innit? You're good.
How are you?
You're good. We know.
How are you?
You see in life, your tone is key, because you see that how are you? It doesn't sound like how I.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
What the hell?
It's like, you good?
You good over there?
Yeah, are you good over there?
I am well, actually.
Yeah.
Love to hear it.
Happy to see my mates.
Happy to see you as well, even though this mic is trying to match me up on that.
Oh, man.
Mash up the people's things.
No, don't say that. Because, you know,
Because what? It's the
this place
strength.
is falling apart. It's not the
'Cause you've been
strength, bro.
going-
Don't gas me up,
Oh.
man. I might have told the mic like this and that.
Oh, the
Pause.
bicep is just. Oh,
Hey, yo.
why did you have to go there?
Just in case you went there.
What?
No, because I know what you're like.
No,
So-
but that's like saying I cheated just in case you cheated.
No.
Yeah, it's the same.
No,
It's the same.
It is a concept,
same.
not one that I subscribe to.
It's the same.
But I've heard it outside, innit? I've heard that one out there.
I cheated because I thought
You was going to cheat.
Yeah.
Just in case. What, safety cheating.
Cheat games.
You got to just put one in the tag.
How do you know so much about cheating?
Because I'm around the bros.
No.
Hey, yo, don't touch that
Don't
to us.
try that,
No,
bro.
not you lot. You think you lot are the only people in my life?
True.
Of course not. No, but
True,
when you
true.
say bros, the listeners, for the most part, they know
Yes.
it's around us
You don't
quite
assume
regularly.
because you make an ass of you and me.
But you can make a guesstimation. And a good guess when you say the bros is they're referring to me and Vans.
Yes.
So I'm just
Okay.
here to clear our names, innit?
I know because my dad is a Nigerian man.
No. You see, Vans doesn't mind that because he's not
Do you know
Nigerian. Don't do that, Chrissy.
I'm going to call 6 to the beef on that one.
Alright, cool. Man left me by myself with that. I would just like to say that this bad PR that Nigerian men have got,
Is
no one
100%
told you
founded.
guys to like test out all Nigerian men.
It's cap as well.
It's a lot of cap in it, because all that you still go back. Number one. Number two, I do feel away when people from other demographics like
Yeah, you lot hold
talk
your
down
lips.
on like Nigerian men.
Oh,
Like,
any...
Because they're the same
In
ones that
particular?
are
you lot just casualties of war. Like, who told you to come over here? Man?
Oh.
Like, what the fuck you complaining about, bro? Like, who told
Did
you?
you say casualties of war?
Yeah. I did. We're independent.
Oh.
So
Oh.
I can say what I like.
Women
Oh.
will
Worst
hear
case
about...
Me now.
Go on.
Women will hear about the demon rep and still want to try
It's
and find
intriguing.
out.
It's like everyone like, oh my god, Hyatt is so dangerous, but I want to go there. Like,
Yeah.
No,
why do you want to go there? They have guns in there, allegedly. Like, why do you want to go there?
allegedly.
Yeah, so like, come on,
They
man.
like the danger.
Like, it's not hurting the reputation. So.
No, they love it. The babes love it.
What about you?
I am not the babes.
What can we do to get you back in the car?
Nothing.
In the Nigerian car, in the Datsun.
F.
And that's why I'm never getting back in. I feel like the title should just be F.
Oh, mate.
What's it ever
Why was he so angry?
That's
Oh
the
my
funniest.
Vex.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is the funniest clip.
But you know
of
what it is?
all
I
time.
need that as a drop because a lot of people get the context.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Because Tony was in the car with his dad. What was he? He was
He was directing
Giving
him.
him
Yeah.
directions. It's like giving him the postcode or something. And he was like,
The F.
da, 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 F. And what again?
Yeah, that was he was mad vex.
Like, why are you so angry, bro?
Yeah, too funny.
But you know what I'm gonna do? You're not gonna keep speaking. I'm just gonna try and find a stand for this.
Okay.
We're gonna go to our sports section
Yeah.
and our
Wonderful.
expert in sports,
Yeah.
Chrissy, is gonna help us break down this Andy Joshua fight.
Didn't watch it.
No, this way you lie.
Oh, okay.
Or,
I can-
you let Vans lead and just like
Okay. Add spice. Add Indomie.
yeah.
Okay.
Look innuendo.
Because I saw
me 2
clips.
secs.
We can start at the end. He's so embarrassing sometimes. Like, I just want to love him. And he's just not giving
Sorry
Nigerian
for the
men.
noise.
You can just mute that. He's so
So I think we kind of need to start from before the fight happened, because Anthony Joshua was supposed to be fighting Dillian White, but to my knowledge, it got cancelled, or he pulled out of the fight because he was, what was he? Fols? He was doping.
Oh, I feel like we should
Doping?
just pause. No, I thought that.
Yeah, no, they said it was an adverse finding.
Right.
Was the terminology they used, didn't it? So, so they had to find a replacement with like 7 days' notice.
Yeah.
So that's why that's why if people aren't in the know, I would get why they'd be pissed, innit? At bro, like who's this random don in the ring and that?
Yeah, I was like, why is he fighting Goldberg?
But you see, this is why Van's a pussy, yeah, because like, and I love him, yeah. Yeah, you got to get that in first before you start being rude and cheeky in that. We spoke about this last week, and I explained to him why my man's fighting who he's fighting, isn't it?
Yeah, but I didn't know what the Donny looked like until I saw the poster, and I was like, oh, okay.
He ain't no small youth though, the person who's fighting.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, until like I saw the fight, I was like, oh shit. Like, they were pretty much the same height. It's just that Anthony Joshua had more of a reach.
Yeah.
He had a longer reach by like, I think it was like, he was at 83 and Donny was 70, 79 or 80.
Do you know what it was for me? It was, so when you're watching the fight, it didn't help that this is the same guy Deontay Wilder fought and knocked out within one round.
Right.
So when AJ's fighting him now, people are expecting, and because the last fight wasn't necessarily fireworks, they're like, we want to see you be the AJ of old.
Yeah.
Like, go in there, knock my man out. He got the knockout, but how long it took him, I think people looked at, and like...
No, but it was like, what, 6th, 7th round?
It was 7th round, but he could have got him out of there earlier, and he looked a bit tentative, like, people are saying this whole thing of him being gun shy.
Yes.
Now, I'm not an expert in firearms, but if I just, use a guesstimation, what they're saying is...
Guesstimate.
You ain't got no bullets in the chamber, like, you're moving like you don't want to let your hands go.
Yeah, and like, you look at him and his physique, and you know that he's got power punches if he actually commits to them.
We've seen him knock people out.
That's what I'm saying, but it's like he doesn't want to unleash, like, it's like he's got no fire in his belly. He's just there to do it.
Off the cuff worldwide, baby.
Woo!
If Vans has done his job properly, he probably got like a off the cuff worldwide, baby. One of those ones, isn't it?
Ruining the mystique.
They can hear the change,
Oh,
innit?
wow, okay.
Our listeners are quite switched on, innit?
Okay, yeah.
Start talking about Anthony Joshua, got nervous and that, and then everything popped down. We're back in.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I was saying before technology tried to fail us and that, he should have got him out there earlier, in my opinion, in regards to Robert HELENIUS. And the performance leading up to the knockout just seemed a bit like laboured, tentative. And he was getting hit. His face...
Yeah, his face looked mash up still.
Yeah. I wouldn't say mash up, but just looked like... You can tell he's been in a fight, innit?
No,
like
but
some
how
people
many
just kind of
rounds can you
cut
lot
and
go
bruise
there?
easily.
I didn't see the Donny look
heard
as
me.
bad as... Sorry?
How many rounds can you not go?
That's a loaded question. What do you mean by that?
In the boxing ring.
Okay. Now, I've only ever had street fights.
Oh, okay.
And they felt like an hour. But in hindsight, they were like about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Do you know how long 2 minutes is in fighting outside?
I agree. I didn't fight.
We know you. You report people to HR.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have packed him up so early.
That's what we've been accustomed to from you, innit? Like, you get people out of it early. Well, earlier in his career.
Has
anyway.
he... All right, to be fair to him,
take that back. That's what we were looking for, innit?
that's what we were looking for, because to the casual boxing fan that only watches boxing when AJ
The big
fights,
nights, innit? Yeah.
they don't know who this Donny is. So it's like, get him out of it quickly.
But
How
in
he
his
used to do
defense-
earlier in his career when we were like, when he was on his, before the Klitschko.
Yeah, if you spent like best part of 12 plus weeks preparing for a certain style in Dillian White, and you have someone else come in, you've got 7 days, innit?
Yeah.
But you know, it's all this extra context. I think the average watcher doesn't give a shit. They don't care about that, and I understand that.
Yeah,
because
beat him up.
They're looking for the big nights. They want to hear Sweet Caroline. They want to see him fight Fury, Wilder, and for it to be a mad thing. You got big dons in the ring, 17, 18 stone. Go out there, throw hands, knock someone out. That's what they want, innit?
Yeah.
I say, I'm heavy.
I'm heavy. My back.
Yeah, that's my back clip, yeah.
Cringe.
Do you know what it is with AJ? He has these jokes that just don't land smoothly enough.
Yeah, it doesn't, because he doesn't say it with conviction. He's stuttering whilst he's trying to say it.
I said, is there a doctor? Is there a chiropractor? Is there a doctor?
Oh my God.
My back.
So shy for him. They
There's
even tried
only
to
one
take
back.
the medal from him.
What?
Hey, yo.
Yep.
What?
Are you good?
What?
I'm
There's
great.
only one back. Are you good?
There's only... Yeah.
No. What did you mean by that? Why'd you go with that verse?
Chrissy, as you were, please.
Okay. Yeah, shout out AJ.
Does this make you, has he fallen down your MCM?
Yeah. But he
Okay,
was never
wow.
really my Anthony Joshua was never my MCM because
We know
see
you
that
don't like Nigerian
conviction?
men, innit? So it's cool.
okay, it's not even about that. The build, yes, I'd climb that man like a tree, but he just doesn't have any like. I don't believe him. You're running up on school kids, scary.
They were university adults.
Scary. No, they're
That are allowed to live alone.
They
These are
go
young
to
adults.
school. They go to school.
18-year-olds.
Yeah, these are young adults.
Scary. Your age mates and your size mates are outside, and you're going to
Climbing through campuses.
Scary.
I love how he just remixed the story. Man climbed through the window like a thief.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, in the night on the second floor, terrifying, scaling buildings. No,
I feel like a lot of guys like. I love watching women when they have their moment of the guys they like, and as soon as they start talking too much or do too much on social media, suddenly like they fancy them less and less.
Who's the one you right now?
Yeah, who's the it guy?
Who's the one?
Because Damson was the it guy for a bit for you girls, and then
Man got Laurie and then
and it started like, oh, he's acting cringe, he's acting like he ain't been there before, being corny.
that man is in love. Okay,
I find Damson
Yes! Yes! Justice, we need justice! You don't know how happy I am. I'm sorry to shout so loud.
oh my day.
Oh my God. Oh, yes! And once again, D for Damson.
No, that's out of
Damson
order.
in.
Because you let Vans slide so many times.
No,
What?
he was about to make a mistake and he caught himself.
That's
I got
out
it
of
back.
order. That's
Do you know what it is? You got to catch it, man.
I tried to, but it was you just didn't.
Called him
allow me to.
Damson
Yeah.
what?
Damson
Idris.
Hindrance.
Hindrance.
Allow me. Damson Idris is good looking in like your friend cousin kind of way. Like, oh, like cute.
What?
No, he's a good looking guy, don't get me wrong, but he was never my MCM in the sense that like I don't find him attractive in that way. I can look at him and say that's a good looking man.
Basically,
Right.
what
But-
she's saying is that he doesn't look like he's got the dog in him.
You adding bare seasoning, bro.
Bare.
That's bro.
He's right, but bare seasoning.
You're saying,
See it there?
you're saying Bluetooth.
Yeah. There's no like when AJ did the face off with the guy,
Yeah.
that was one time when I saw him and I was like, oh.
Oh, and he was
okay,
basically
'cause-
telling to like,
But it was one.
But
we can fight today or we can fight tomorrow.
but
We're
it
still
was
gonna
just
fight.
it was one particular thing. It's when he looked at him and said, "Are you alright?" It
But you like all of that, though.
It was that specific
confrontation.
This is
moment.
for our listeners, yeah. It was
That
out
specific
on
moment.
Friday, yeah, at an event. Shouts out to Selby and Las Solas.
Yeah, shouts to Sebi.
And what did Chrissy ask me when he was in a dance? She asked me something brazy. I can't remember. And it's gonna. It needs to
Then
come
it
back
didn't
to
happen?
me. No, it did. It definitely
It didn't
did.
happen?
When it comes back to me, I'm gonna let our listeners know. She's
No.
basically putting me and Vans in the line of fire. Basically, like if it kicks off, have you like?
Oh, when I stepped on the guy's trainer.
Yeah. That's what she asked. I just stepped on some guy's shoe.
Can you fight?
Can I fight? I look around, yeah. I look at the Van looks at me. I'm off the back of like a 50-hour week. My back.
My back.
I don't know if I really got it in me today. Like, you know,
You not come back me again.
no, we can, but like we said the other week about fighting, like let's put some measures in place to avoid confrontation.
Yeah, but I was just checking my shoulders, like you say.
Okay.
So it happened.
More time you'll be calm if you step on a guy's foot
As a babe.
as a babe.
Yeah.
But obviously, like if you just do it and don't acknowledge it and like you shouldn't have been in the way type of vibe, then that's what creates a problem.
We got to
Yeah,
think about
true.
where we were as well.
True.
Yes.
That's true. But shout out to Seb and Las Solas.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
so good.
yeah.
Good to see him. Good to see the brand back and that.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. New bottle on the way.
Ow.
I'm sure we'll sit down and we'll wrap properly in that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But what do you guys think? So to get off AJ shortly, is he ready to fight Deontay Wilder?
I don't think so.
I haven't seen Deontay fight since the Fury fights.
Yeah.
And as much as like I keep saying, I'm not like the biggest boxing fan by any stretch, but the more I look at AJ, I'm just like, you're not ready for Fury.
You're not him.
Maybe okay. I'll definitely say like I've always liked AJ, still like him, and maybe my bias is showing. Just I feel like other people get away with stuff, and he gets held to a different standard. But he's been the number one guy for a bit, so I can kind of understand that.
Yeah,
I do feel a little bit like what will be will be. He's not really going to learn much. He's changed his style a little bit, tried to box a bit more, but there isn't going to be much changes. He just needs to go in and fight those guys, and I think his level of performance will rise. How much it rises, we'll see. But I think it will rise. I don't think you're going to get that performance level when he fights Deontay Wilder.
I think he's at this point of his career, that where every time he steps in the ring, I feel like he should have like unlimited fire in his belly, and it just doesn't seem that he's orchestrated that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, when like he's had success very early on, right?
Yeah.
You know, as soon as, you know, he got that professional contract, like his rise was quite quick, right?
He got it from the Olympics. He was a gold medalist.
Yeah.
He got the belt really early, I think, off Charles Martin, and there wasn't really like a heavyweight scene, like a strong heavyweight scene in the UK, and like
he did really bring it up. Like,
he snuck through the door and then was there.
Yeah, and then he became the main guy.
Yeah,
but then the losses he started to hit the canvas a lot more, and I feel like he's no longer become like, you know, the one that everyone's looking at.
You know what? I think he was, even in Back to the Fight on the weekend, he was nervous because the last time a fight got rescheduled because the person he was facing was on drugs, Big Baby Miller, he fought Andy Ruiz, and we saw what happened in the first fight. He got knocked down a couple of times and lost the fight. So I think that's where that nervousness comes from again. It's like, right, I'm here again. I'm meant to be fighting someone else. I'm fighting another fighter now, and I'm in the unknown a little bit. So I feel like that kind of showed in the ring a little bit as well.
Yeah, and like, this is what I mean by like, he's at this period now where like, you know, there's and ahhing like whenever he fights now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where like, you know, he has to really dig deep and bring out those like performances, like where it proves that you're still kind of in this to become a champion again, or like, you know, get to that level again. Because, you know, heavyweights of the past, like, you know, when it was really thriving, like them man were losing too, but like, you know, they had to get to that point where they dig deep and just go ham again.
You know, it was then more top level guys fought each other, and they didn't have the height of social media and the Mayweather thing.
Sure.
So we've got that Mayweather effect of like being undefeated.
Yeah.
And the social media now where like everyone's cooking you. So I think, bro, they're not like oblivious to it. I'm sure it must affect them.
Yeah, yeah.
When he's won now this weekend, he's posting more, he's more flexy. Like, you know, man even left the ring with the blood-soaked moustache, and went and got a drink from Conor McGregor. It was there's just bare little weird stuff that happens. I'm just like, it's a bit of a circus here, but I just want us to get to, because we're waiting for is the main two fights. I doubt it will happen, but if he was to go out on a high and avenge the loss to Usyk and go for the third time and beat him, if he was to, like, this is perfect end. If he was to be able to go and fight Deontay Wilder next, beat him, obviously there'll be a rematch, go and win that one again, fight Fury. That's the thing. There's like two fights each of those guys. I doubt he'll fight Usyk again, but if he was to go and do that, then go off into the sunset.
I would like to see Deontay Wilder and AJ.
Yeah.
But if he gets caught, which obviously, like, boxing is a puncher's chance, but
yeah,
like, his bang is just too powerful. Pause.
You ain't gonna pause that. His bang is too powerful.
Sounds like something I read in my group chat.
I beg your pardon? You're not with the girls right now, you know. They're saying eyelashes and pink fingernails and that. Are you crazy? Do you know where you are?
Eyelashes and pink fingernails. Why would anyone's group chat be called that?
I had nothing else.
That emoji with the...
Yeah, that one there.
Okay,
the cufflink emoji. Yeah, I had nothing else. Shout out to the eyelash girls and that. But saying that, though, Deontay Wilder ain't faced no one, in my opinion, with AJ's power and someone that's going to hit him with that and as often as he can do. He has
Ortiz? Did he?
Anthony Joshua's got a better bang than Ortiz, and Ortiz was cooking him.
Yeah, and
Ortiz,
then until,
of course, he's got the equalizer in it.
Yeah,
but I saw, and Tyson Fury wasn't known for his power before that, and I saw what he did to Deontay Wilder. So it's shown it can be done.
Yeah,
And Anthony Joshua obviously got the power. Look, when he knocked my man out, my man was twitching.
And
like, he was
he's
out, bro.
Yeah, and he's a better boxer though. AJ is a better boxer than Wilder.
Oh yeah, come.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Theatrics aside,
Yeah.
do you feel like the fight was a good fight?
No, it wasn't a good fight.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't a good fight. In terms of what I was looking for, just like he got the job done. He didn't have too much damage, but from an entertainment point of view, it wasn't a good fight.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
we separate the entertainment,
Yeah.
um,
No punches in bunches. He's throwing that right hand and just throwing it. He weren't like, there was times when he could go in like and smother him, and like what he would do back in the day where he'd go in there and 6 bangs and ref will call off the fight and that.
yeah,
Because he's not had that many fights where he's laid someone out and they're just out on the canvas, and like a lot of those ones, they're stoppages. Like he'll hit them a good few times and then they're done, innit? That was his thing. But he had those times where he backed my man up a little bit and then he just wouldn't throw his hands. That was for me. He got booed in there.
oh,
Yeah, he got booed in there. Like
In this
the,
match?
Yeah, the tide's turning. It's been turning
Sorry,
against
Jim.
him for a little bit, but he
Yeah.
got booed in there, innit? So once the narratives, because you know what it is,
dig deep,
things are
excite the crowd.
expensive. People just want the biggest fights, and they feel like they're being kind of mugged off.
It's the smaller dons that are like, you know, really keeping the sport exciting.
But it's like when you watch athletics, you watch it for the most part. It's
Yeah,
100
yeah,
meters.
yeah.
And boxing, for the most part, it's the heavyweight
Heavyweights.
division, innit? So that's the one. That's the one that's going to get even the casuals out. People that don't even watch boxing, they'll watch the fight.
Yeah, because like these dons aren't like the regular man in society. They're like 6'7", like 20 stone dons.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so everyone comes to see like the giants essentially,
Yeah.
you know, going at it. But hey man, like if you're not putting on a show for the crowd, then, you know, rightly so, bro. Like you got the zone, you got people, you know, leaving the yard.
Yeah. By the end of the day, you yourself in the ring, you want to get out of this sport with all your faculties intact. You don't want to have the shakes and the slurred speech and the mouth to the side. You want to still look good and age well. Try and get out of minimal damage. I'm not mad at fighters when they do that. I know what we'd like. We want to see the blood sport, people slug it out and that. But when people get knocked out,
in that era, boy,
Yeah.
Tyson gave Bear Man the shakes.
yeah. He invented the Harlem Shake. Yeah, he did.
hold on.
Nothing was the same after that.
Yeah, urban facts, innit?
Yeah, wow, so true, King.
Don't do that. Do you know what your opinion on though, yeah? So we had a landmark case that was dragging for ages. It felt super long as well because of social media. Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion. Tory then gets sentenced,
Yeah,
10 years in prison.
Another 10 on that.
But then the fallout from that is these letters, you know?
Steph London
to
should
the
be
judge.
so shy.
What we call these character references.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Yeah, so Steph London,
Scary,
Mario,
scarier,
Iggy Azalea.
scariest.
I don't know if there were more, but those are the
There were 70 odd letters.
70.
73.
Yeah. Shouldn't have been leaked. I think that's a bit nasty.
But
But
also,
Content, innit?
yeah.
but it's also at the judge's discretion what goes out and what doesn't.
Right.
So I feel like with something like that, unless
But why
they've
is that in
had
public
the-
interest for us to know who's written him a character?
It was
reference?
leaked. I don't think it was like I think this time it was out of the judge's hands.
So are they saying like the other? It's literally just those letters. Like, was it everyone's letters that came out, or they just say?
I don't know if everyone's reference letters were leaked. It was just the ones that obviously came out in public. But there was more celebrities, I would assume, or people within the industry that would have written to the judge.
I just feel like you have to stand on what you do. You shouldn't
Yeah.
be shy that it came out, because I feel like if you did one for him and you believe in him and you support him, great. Stand on it. Why are you shy now that's come out?
I'm not saying unless I'm wrong, I'm not seeing any of those people that I mentioned. Actually, maybe Iggy Azalea a little bit because she was on Twitter going back and forth with people and stuff. But
Bird.
I didn't see Mario or not Tory or
Steph.
London. I could be wrong, but I'm not seeing them either come out and defend their corner for writing it or respond to any fan criticism. I don't know if I see the benefit in us knowing that.
Zero. Entertainment value.
Yeah. And also we can't really like hold them to anything if they have personal relationships with Donny.
You think so?
Yeah.
But I feel like yes, but you also have to be prepared to stand on it. You
Yeah,
can't be friendly secret.
I'm not. What I'm saying is that I'm not surprised that
He has people in his corner.
he has people in his corner.
Of course, yeah.
Like, especially if you've got personal relationships.
Because
It's
Iggy
just-
was like, oh, he's going to executive produce my album.
I mean, for her, like, it just so happens that, or for them, it just so happens that they're celebrities. But
Yeah.
they've, you know, there's going to be people in the industry that have his corner just based off, i.e. a business relationship or a personal relationship. Like,
Yeah.
because public don't know. Imagine like what the perception is, like, you know, with the people that he has personal relationships with.
And you know what it is as well? For me, it's one of two things. So it's they are believing his account, like his version of events, or they're privy to more information than we are. Even though, of course, it all played out in court, but I still feel like there's still this school of thought that there's this big conspiracy theory and other things and that. Because some, like, I don't know if you take it that way, but a lot of people looking at like this like massive wall of silence from a lot of artists.
Yeah.
Initially, and then like it felt like at a certain point, obviously a lot of men, we can add the misogyny in there as well.
Yeah.
Like this support for Tory a little bit where like the baby brings him out. I think like people start following him again, people start making music of him and stuff. So it's like, oh, do they know some stuff we don't know? Because everyone's now suddenly thinking we can start working with him. Because when the block's hot and like it's peak for you, people step away from you, innit?
It's the arrogance that, you know, from him where he thought that the smoke would clear.
Yeah.
How he was running around like pretty confident that, you know, he would be calm.
When have you not known niggas to think they're gonna bust case? Everybody thinks they're gonna bust case.
Yes, you can feel like that quietly though. Do you know what I'm
it's true.
saying? Like he was running around, you know, the alleged beating up of August Alsina, like mid case.
Yeah. That and I think he still might have to.
Had a run in with Travis Scott at one point, like, you know, tweeting certain things. Obviously, he was still dropping music at the same time. So it's like you're giving them more of a reason to, do you know what I mean? Like, because you're not out of the water in this. We don't know the story, but we know that there, like, you know, there's a strong possibility of what you're being accused of happened.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna. Iggy is where she is regardless. I think Steph will be fine because she's got a new banger out with my man
BXNXXX.
The artist formerly known as Buju.
Benson.
Benson, Benson.
Every time.
BN, VX, BN.
BN.
Oh, that biscuit really slapped. Wow.
I saw it in Sainsbury's the other day. I was
In
like,
Sainsbury's.
The song's called What's Poppin'.
oh, yeah, I see the video the other day.
Oh, what's popping?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Jack Harlow.
I was with
Okay,
you. I was just,
sorry.
wherever you went, I went in there. I was ready to back you in
Sorry,
it.
on
Yeah.
Jack Harlow, yeah. Do you know one thing that always troubles my spirit? In that song that he has with Chris Brown, is it
Yeah.
Chris Brown?
I said I'm with you, bro. Just
Yeah.
When he's like, hop in the tub, let me wash the club off of you. That is a man that is down bad. He said, I've got Colgate for the Casamigos. That man was in the fucking mud.
He's looking
Nah.
after his babe.
Nah, he's in the mud.
Let me wash the club off you.
Nah.
That's a bit of a crazy
Come
bar
on.
still.
Are you what?
How?
He's waiting at the door. What? Nah, that's the man that was down bad.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
No.
Cock and rock.
Follow.
What do you think this is?
But
Follow.
you putting her in the shower first?
Yeah, come on, man.
Let me wash the club off of you.
Or you scrubbing her back and that?
Of course.
Acts of service.
Cheese.
Oh.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Yes.
And then what, you getting in the tub as well?
No, that's dirty water. let you finish. You got to wash off the club, innit? You come home sweating Hennessy and that. No, this Casamigos for your amigos. Come on, man. Let's finish that.
There's other niggas aura on you as well.
Oh my God.
Get these niggas off me. All these niggas trying to hug my
Get off
babe.
me.
Why are you trying to touch my babe, man? Back up. So you have your shower. We'll get out the bathroom spray and that. Cool. And then I'll go in there after and that. Obviously, I'm already at home, so I should be
No,
fresh.
but
innit?
that's one thing saying hop in the shower, but hop in the tub, let me wash the club off of you.
You're tired. You've been dancing all night. You've
No.
been doing leg work.
Okay.
Bears on tour
Leg
and
work?
that.
No, scary.
Nah,
So,
sorry.
No.
Not my babe.
I'm a piano dancing and
What?
that. And then,
Leg work. I'm
you don't want your
sorry.
babe to have a good time in the dance?
No, even for me.
What, like a Zonto and like Priscilla?
That's not necessary, but that would be a bit much personally. But I don't mind a little amapiano flex and I go on, show me you can
Like
move
looking
and groove.
possessed and that.
Not possessed, even though, yeah. But this
Like
is
with
so.
the eyes rolling back and that.
The eye thing is that thing is crazy. Yeah,
Oh, you're not accustomed.
for me though,
Mad.
innit? Yeah. But when I see other people do it, it looks kind of wavy, innit? My
Okay.
piano's taking over the dance, innit? So
Piano.
I think some people's hatred for it is because they can't dance as well.
Oh,
Fair
It's like loads of
We
movement.
saying you lacking rhythm and that.
Or I'm a piano. Bro, as long as the juice in my system, I'm moving and grooving.
do you
I
know
hear
what
it.
I have to give you a shout out for? Asian Tube.
Asian tube. Just leave it there.
Hey, I'm already part of the alumni.
Oh, you're already there.
I'm already there.
Press and save.
Bookmark.
Man's been saving posts on that bookmark.
Mad.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Poor.
So yeah, we off Tory. So Steph London's gonna be fine. Iggy Azalea was already in the mud,
Yeah.
so she's in more mud. Mario,
I mean, come on.
pretty privileged.
No, but I mean,
no, I saw that look.
It's got a decent single out.
Pretty
with,
privileged.
Wayne.
He was
It's
gonna.
like-
He was ready to forgive him.
You didn't even let me finish. I was about to say, what's been the banger since Just a Friend?
Wow, a whole "Let Me Love You." You know.
Oh yeah, that one. And what
How
again?
do I breathe?
With those nostrils, like Van said.
Now why am I in it?
Because that's what you
Because
said, no?
that's what you said. You did.
Wow.
You did refer to a black man's nose. It's kind of crazy, but you know.
He's got bangers.
I was going to say something else. Yeah, he's got more than one banger.
Yeah, don't try it, man.
4. Okay. Yeah, he's
How
alright.
could
He's
you?
not in danger of falling
He's
out.
a
of-
legacy act. He's cool.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not in danger of like falling out of grace with the public because he's not really. In
Also, as well, you see with these things, you never know what Tory could have on them. So if you don't write me this letter, I'll release the news on whatever you've done, X, Y, Z.
Oh,
Remember, I'm a conspiracy theorist, innit? So
in your bag.
I just think it's simple. It was just
they want to support their guy, but they weren't expecting it to come out.
yeah, like pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But he's doing 10. He got 10, sorry. He's got 10. He's done a year already. And I don't think they've said when he would be eligible for parole.
He'll be fine.
Do you reckon Meg will be fine after all of this?
Yeah, everyone
Yep.
will be good.
Cause still,
Sadly.
obviously, you got to take what you see online with a pinch of salt. But I can't act like I don't see this like kind of push back against her musically and like, oh, she lied, or it's just a toe, or like this little section of because it's like starts becoming that kind of like the gender wars thing or the culture wars. Like they got rid of my man, conspiracy theory. There's this little school of thought of he got his masters back. He didn't want to rock with Rock Nation, so they got rid of him. She's been propelled quite quickly. She got Beyonce features early, Grammys, all those things, but not necessarily a project or really good music like that, innit? That's some people look at her.
Yeah.
Am I wrong in saying that? Am I reaching?
No,
her?
that's
you're not
like a
reaching at all.
valid-
I don't think, I mean, for me personally, I'm not a fan of her music like that.
Oh, we know what you're a fan of.
So I know that for me, she seems like a singles artist
Fair.
where
Okay.
she's more popular in that regard.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard people speak about her album. So I think in that regard, like her star power at this point is strong. It's really strong.
Yeah.
So like she's still gonna exist. She's able to take a break. She's gonna come back. I don't know how she's gonna fit in this new crop of. Do you know what I mean? Because Cardi is not releasing music of her own, but she's still in the mix by doing all these features.
I think to your point, I think she'll be fine then if she's more of a singles artist in the current space. She'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what a lot of the girls are right now. It's
They're
no
not
offense to none of them.
artists.
For them, like anytime I'm listening to the women in rap, it is predominantly for the viral moments and the singles they've dropped. I'm not running to hear their project.
You run.
You're very passive aggressive this week. Drink a drink, man.
It's water. sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think she'll be fine?
I think she'll be fine. Yeah.
I don't think she needs a hit though. I think
I didn't hear.
I think she needs a hit.
Okay.
She does need a hit. She'll have grace for a while because of what's happened, and essentially, I can't say she won, but like how she was made to look at a point, and the outcome is like I was for her. I was telling the truth this whole time, innit? And I wasn't even pushing for my man to go to jail like that. Like he kind of exasperated that a little bit in it. So what will be. It's done now.
Case to run.
Yeah. So.
Sorry.
Man, like Daystar, you know. What a name.
Daystar.
And Sunstar.
Is that really his dad's name?
Yes. Yeah. Sunstar and Daystar. I think it should have been the other way around, but what do I know?
It definitely should have been.
Yeah. Daystar, then
if
Sunstar.
I'm Daystar, then you're my son, so it's Sunstar, isn't it?
Yeah. But, hey.
And what's the...
I mean, he came first, so his name was given to him by his parents. So he's not going to... What's he going to name his son? Sunstar Jr.?
Sonny.
Son.
No?
Okay, cool.
What's the wildest name you've heard?
Two sisters that were named Pepsi and Fanta.
Nah. What?
You got to be kidding me. You have to be.
Why would I just have that?
I've heard Fanta as a name, but Pepsi.
Yes, the two sisters, they were called Pepsi and Fanta.
Seen.
What was the surname? I want to see if it rolls off the tongue.
No, it didn't, but you know where they were from.
Where? They weren't Nigerian.
Oh, you don't know? Absolutely not.
Igbo.
Those were their names.
Okay, I was trying to build a case, isn't it? Pepsi and Fanta. Wherever you are out there.
Shout out you lot.
Shout out to you lot, man.
Yeah.
I would love to meet Pepsi because how are you like skating through life when you're going to apply for jobs and that?
Pepsi Brown. That wasn't her name.
Yeah, I know. That was just an example.
Yeah, like you just be like, no, but I feel like Pepsi's even more manageable than Fanta.
There was you in my church called Immaculate. Brazy name.
You got to be immaculate.
It's a lot of pressure.
Nah, be who you are.
You can't be called Immaculate and be out here like a ruffian. You got to be dressed to the nines.
Prestige, Valentine. I knew a girl called Rainbow who was one of the most unpleasant people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
The jokes write themselves. If your
All
name's
these-
Rainbow and you're bad
all
vibes.
these people that are called Blessing and all of that, like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
man
yeah,
have
yeah,
bad
yeah.
vibes.
Faith, humour,
Humour.
patience, peace.
Who's naming their children? Like, we need to like. Is there like a parents' board where like you have to come and like sign off your names? You can't name a child Humour. Humour.
Yeah. I feel like that's quite an Igbo flex as well.
You said it.
Okay. Should we just move on?
I'm just looking at us like, rah. This was going over there in Nigerian waters.
What's a common Congolese name?
It's a good question. As a guy, there's a lot of Kevins.
Kevin. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Just Kevin.
Yeah.
Baby Kev.
Or like a cultural name. Because it's Lingala, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Culture. I don't know.
I'm saying for like your language, like tribes and stuff like that.
I think that's like more on surnames.
Okay, cool.
But like, you know, you've got a few like incorporated French names,
Oh, bonjour
okay,
and that.
okay.
Jean-Claude's and that.
I say Jean-Claude, you know. Fair.
Okay.
Because Ghana is like you usually named after the day you're born, innit?
Yeah.
That's their flex.
I know quite a few Nigerians named after, well, it's mainly Sunday actually.
I know Monday.
Nigerian? Oh,
Yeah.
shout out him.
Hey man, we can get off this though.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how we end up in names and stuff. But did you want to go to your what the fuck of the week? What the fuck?
What the
You
fuck?
bloody fuck.
Follow. We had what did we go for in the end? It's a democracy, so we
No, I
can
just
vote.
sent a suggestion. You don't have to. I thought that's what we were going for anyway.
Oh, okay, so it
But-
wasn't a suggestion.
No, I didn't, unless I missed anything.
Nah, you put it in there and was just like, yeah, this is it.
Like,
Okay.
okay, then. So should we just go with what Fols said? I'm having a fucking mare. Hold on. Dim, dim, dim.
So whilst Chris is finding it, have you guys seen the film called The Blind Side?
Yes, perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
and I think our listeners might have as well. So if you might know what we're talking about.
Yes. So turns out that there was a movie that Sandra Bullock starred in.
You should have got Vans to say her name.
Bollocks. Michael Oher, I
Yeah.
believe, who is the subject of this film. So the premise of the movie is that a Caucasian family meet this
White savior.
they meet a young black man, and he's down on his luck. They adopt him. He turns out to be a football prodigy. This movie was released in
The 2000s.
in the 2000s, and it now transpires that in fact these people were not good Samaritans. They gave him documents, and whilst kind of telling him that he was being adopted, turns out that he's in a conservatorship, and they are fleecing this young man of his money, and their children got paid for the movie whilst he did not.
Yeah. And I think their foundation got some money, they got money. And he's basically like a 360 deal where like...
Yeah, basically.
I ain't never seen that movie.
Yeah.
Have you not?
You haven't seen
Oh, it's really good.
Heard about it.
It's a feel-good movie.
It's a proper American film, like a proper feel-good
Didn't she
film.
like win like mad awards for that?
She did, yeah. And people trying to get onto her as well.
Like,
But it's
come on, why is she in it?
She might not have known.
No.
I highly doubt she knew.
No.
Shout out to Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Said it right now.
Yeah, you got there, man. You got there in the end, didn't it?
Bird Box.
You're just vexed because you messed up.
Stop
Damson
it. No.
Idris.
No.
Damson
Don't do
Hinderance. Oh, that's the title. Damson Hinderance.
Hindrance. That's insane.
You're not out of order. So it was a 2009 movie. Michael O'Hare, a foster child in Tennessee, is adopted by a wealthy white couple and blooms
Tennessee.
into a star college athlete. In a court filing, Mr. O'Hare, now 37, alleges he was never adopted and was instead tricked into a conservatorship. He alleges Sean and Leanne, their last name, made millions of dollars from his name. Sean, told that website that he was shocked and he never made any money from the movie. Hey.
You know what?
Hey.
As a man that's been there before and has made many a mistake, I'll let you slide.
Thank you very much. So it's alleged that they took full control over his ability to negotiate for, or enter any contract. And he alleges other stuff. Yeah.
So he's been financially manipulated. Basically.
Yes.
Here's where my bad vibes kick in.
Here we go.
Okay.
What's he saying? Like, what's his state? Like, you know, what's the state of Michael O'Hare?
What do you mean by that? No.
What's his mind state saying?
I want my money. That's my mind state.
Yeah.
I'm a full-grown man.
He believed he
I
was
now know the
adopted.
truth. You didn't adopt me. I signed these papers essentially under false pretenses. If I knew then what I know now,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have signed those papers.
So
Because-
he's blindsided by
Oh,
the
pun intended. Big
by the
punisher.
whites. Because
You're
being
so silly,
Like-
bro. Bro, just laugh, bro. What the fuck?
because I'm thinking about it, yeah, and I'm like, how does one get tricked into a
No.
conservatorship?
But think about it, at that age, yeah. This is someone that's he's married, got kids now, he's been through the league, whatever. You would have learnt more things, you have different experiences. These people have been so nice to you, have taken you in, brought you in their family, looked after you. And you might now start associating your rise within this sport to them. And I'm part of their family, they want to take me in and they want to make it official.
Fair.
So you sign these papers, and we don't know how they presented it to him. They may have just put, like it's 4 pages long and they just give it back the last sheet and that, and you signed everything off, not knowing it's actually... So, and I only know about this conservatorship term because of the whole stuff with Britney Spears.
And this is where I was going because, like, Britney managed to bust case, right?
But there's a school of thought that Britney might need to be back on that.
Yeah. But I understand why her dad kept her on that because of she's been battling a lot of issues internally, right? Which to all of us, it would seem unfair.
Yeah.
But then in the other aspect, I can see why a dad would want to protect that.
But if you look at it as him protecting or...
Yes, it depends on how you look at it without knowing all the fine details. I know the documentary's out there, so, you know, if anyone's out there to correct me, then...
Oh, they will. The Britney Hives don't play.
By all means, right? So I was just trying to compare the two because that Britney is someone that is clearly going through issues.
Absolutely.
What are you saying?
Okay,
in
so
this
it's your
regard.
initial question. You see, Vans there, we got there in the end. So what the question? What are you saying? I get
What are you on?
Yeah. From what we've seen, it literally is. I now know this to be the real truth and not what it was presented as. Essentially, a large part of my life was a lie. You made a whole film about this.
Yeah.
Your kids are eating off this. Your foundation, you
And
are.
you made me believe
Sorry,
it's
and
part of your family.
how old was he?
He was like 17, 18 when
in
he signed
a portrayal.
when he signed the papers.
Right.
So it documents him. His rise,
Okay, yeah. So he's quite
So-
young.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's understandable. Yeah.
I think like all the stuff that we didn't know at 18 compared to now, like I could have easily signed something stupid at 18.
Yeah, man.
Easily.
Yeah, because obviously, like, what people are going to do, number one, is take advantage of you, especially when they know that you don't have the education in this particular subject.
However, let's go there, yeah. If I've taken you in, I've looked after you, I've made you part of my family, what percentage can I get?
Okay, but adopt me.
Yeah,
you haven't adopted me. You haven't actually brought me into your family.
And you haven't even given me that choice of even offering a percentage.
Yeah.
You've just taken it all based off my story.
Yeah.
So, like, it almost seems like it was premeditated.
So that's
They
why
saw
for him,
him
to your
and was
question about
like-
what you're saying, he might feel like, Ross, so you guys didn't really love me or I wasn't part of your family. I was just a meal ticket.
Or
Like, none of your kids are fucking athletic. They can't run. They can't catch. They can't body slam no one. But here I am.
Yeah.
Now suddenly, you want to adopt me in that? None of your children can do nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know what they can do. I know what they
Or
really can do.
it
but
could have
for
been
the story-
genuine at the start, and then they realized,
They're like, fucking.
Oh, wow,
is that
right.
what he's on? Yeah.
is that what the ability
he's
saying?
good.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
And you know them like
They signed this.
college sports is a big thing. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can imagine the whole family's going out to the games. He's
All the
getting
Chinese
support.
whispers that, like, yeah, this person's going to be the next draft pick.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh,
They're thinking the money train's coming. And in America, like in terms of film, it's it's a great storyline. They take this kid in.
Yeah.
It's the type of stuff that like middle America would absolutely love.
yeah.
You know, this family, this kid from the streets. They take him in. His family want him, but here we are. We clean him up. We take him to the league.
Yeah, put some white people involved and it will definitely grab everyone's hearts. Because there's a lot of these kind of stories that, you know,
To this level, though,
yeah,
how many people have like taken someone off the street and taken them to the Prem?
we don't know.
Exactly. I'm just holding your feet to the fire because Vans are
I'm
so
just-
comfortably.
no, but
Let's
I'm
bury
just-
these stories.
I'm just saying that there's a lot of stories worth making into a movie that won't ever see the light of day.
Fair.
Sprinkle some whites on it and it will make it to Hollywood.
Fair. We got there in the end.
Yeah.
We
still
saw
on
the
your point.
Tiana Taylor film that, you know, is only available to niche markets.
When you watch a film, you understand. When you watch that film, you kind
In
of
terms of a
understand.
story,
Yeah.
if it's a true story, as they say it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's a mad story.
It is. It is.
My body was a playground for 1,000 niggas before you.
Words I never want to hear.
Jesus. To
Wow.
her son. Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. But, sorry, you were saying?
I'm befuddled. you can't. Don't ever repeat that again.
Everyone in the cinema was like,
Eh?
hey,
Yeah.
yo.
I mean, you're being honest, but
Okay.
1,000. You kept count.
Yeah, as in, don't police my body, nigga.
Yeah.
Um,
Hard end. What do you think when I sent that in and like you read through the story? How do you look at that family, husband and wife? Now the truths come out and they essentially, from the angle of, they kind of finesse my man.
I think it's disgusting. If we, I can't say take the finesse out of it, but the bit that I find particularly disturbing is that you fooled this child, maybe not a child, but you fooled this young man into believing that he was part of your family. And if we go by what the story was or the movie, this is someone who was in a time of need, who was vulnerable, and you've seen his ability and you've taken advantage of that. Hell. Yeah, that's where I stand on that.
No, I'm not mad at it. I always want to look at the other side sometimes when I'm like,
No, in this one, there is no other
there's
side
no
for
other
me.
side.
Like, of course, eventually in the public forum, we're going to get more details to the story. But as it stands, I can't find any justification for it.
do you think from like a legal standpoint, he will have a leg to stand in terms of like maybe like back pay, getting money? Because if he's claims that he didn't really make any
Yeah.
money off the film, they did. Their kids are as part of their foundation are making money,
Yeah.
getting paid out. but I didn't know if I sign these papers under false pretenses, that money's owed to me, or like I can sue you type of thing.
Yeah.
Do you think he's got a case?
I hope he does, and I feel like he does. However, it depends on the legal representation that they both have.
Yeah.
If they've got amazing lawyers, I mean, I'm really dumbing it down, but if they then turn around and say, well, you signed it, we all know that once you sign something, they don't want to hear that you didn't read it. You signed it.
Yeah.
This is what it is. So
how is he going to be able to prove that he didn't sign it?
Exactly. Because they could
In
then
that
say,
way.
like, we said to him, okay, cool. Maybe not like a trade, and this is just mad speculation, but if they said, okay, look, we're happy to support you and help you buy your kits and go to this
Feed
place
you,
and
house
that,
you, clothe
exactly,
you.
and take you to practice.
All you got to do is focus on football. We'll look after
and
you.
we'll look after you. It's not unreasonable to think that someone in that situation would be like, okay, like, cool, I understand it, because he's also getting the benefit of a family, and that's not something that you can...
Stability. When you make it to
Exactly.
league, I might become your manager agent. I need my 5-10%.
Exactly.
But not like 97 million of the 100 million.
So I can see it from both sides in terms of the legal...
When you put it like that, that is cleaner.
Yeah.
But then where that for me will have loopholes is holes and arguments if when you're now in court and you say, well, but I'm signed on a conservatorship and like I can't make any of my own decisions.
Yeah.
They have their hand in my pocket for everything. That isn't exactly, that's not what you're saying when you was like feeding and clothing me, looking after me.
But you signed it.
Yeah. That's why this thing is, it's rough, isn't it?
It's rough.
You have this conversation with music artists when they sign bad contracts and stuff,
Yeah.
and we're like, you still signed the document.
You signed it. And I don't agree, but
Yeah.
just like I said, trying to look at the argument from both sides, I could see a way to victory for both sides.
Yeah.
Just displays the downside of humanity for me. I saw that it is, and unfortunately, like, we reviewed and say, well, that's business.
Shit then. Shit then.
And it shouldn't be that way. Do you know
I
what I
agree.
mean? It shouldn't be that way. Obviously, like, for me, character-wise, it makes you a bit of a fraud, because what you're doing is quite fraudulent. You're tricking someone out of their position.
I think the particularly heinous bits for me, and I think I've just said it a second ago, is that you were giving this young man the impression that he had a family in you and that he was involved, like, and that is something that is very...
Well, that's what they do, Birdman. Cash Money Millionaires. We're family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's The Rock. La Familia.
Yeah.
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 It's part of the finesse, isn't it? You're this one big happy family and that. Not knowing that when you're
it's-
going to
it's
get that
horrible.
Gatorade sponsorship,
Oh,
I need 90%.
97.
Yeah, 97. It is crazy. Have you got any Chrissy's Corner questions?
Yeah, but I was just going to... if you lot just want to talk sports, the Prem is back on. Oh, my God. Wow.
Hey, Justice.
Woo.
Hey, listen, shouts out to all the women out there.
Yeah.
All them shows, Potomac and all them shows there. Hey, put that stuff on the back burner.
Yeah. The Prem is back, and I'm happy.
You over the moon?
I'm glad football's back. Yeah.
Are you happy as a Liverpool fan with all these near signings, these near misses and that?
I'm like, what's happening to my club, man? No pulling power. You know, it's just like right now.
Yeah.
What's changed as well, like over the summer, is that Saudis come into this thing, and
In a big way, yeah.
in a big way, where like they're just buying out everything.
But I don't think that's affected you guys too much, because it's not like they've
hasn't.
signed players that you wanted, and it's not like they've taken players that like really needed to stay. Obviously,
Oh yeah, they've taken 3 of our players. Shouts out to them, because you know,
Henderson,
big payday. Fabinho and Firmino, they're all out there.
Henderson and Firmino can go; they're on their way out.
Yeah, and
Fabinho, you can maybe say you still want to have around for a season or two, whilst you.
especially like I wouldn't have let him go whilst we're still looking for someone in this position.
Yeah, but Henderson and Firmino can go.
Do you know what I mean? Like Henderson, you know, like you were a club captain, but you weren't playing every game, and you were coming towards the end of your career. Saudi's offering you 700 grand a week. Go.
That's outrageous.
Yeah. Stevie
Imagine what,
G's
they're
your
paying,
manager.
imagine what they're paying in like the League 1, League
It's
2.
a 2-year deal with an option to stay for 1 more year.
I'll go out there and play League 3 football, bro.
Fam.
Musk can get 10 bags, 15 bags a week.
Yeah, they're offering players to come to Saudi, like at a low level, and you're getting a good salary.
Healthcare, everything paid for on that.
Everything paid for. They've just signed Neymar.
Bro, I'll take my shahada like next week. I'm down, bro.
But the thing is that like, there's going to be a moment where these players are going to have an itch to come back and play for their sister clubs.
What sister clubs?
So like, with the connections that they have with some of the owners in the Premier League, they can loan a player out to Newcastle. Calm.
Okay. In that regard, I think
like we'll pay your wages.
Yeah.
We'll pay the players' wages. Let them run out for like 3 months over there. You know, because players are gonna want to retest. Like someone like Neymar, he's gonna probably want to. You know,
he might. The thing is, you say that when there's that much money, you'll sacrifice certain things. Where like, of course, naturally, when certain leagues, like when China did it, when like America tried a little bit, they didn't really have the money to pull because of like how their salary cap kind of works up. But when China did it, for the most part, they were getting people like who were to the back end of their career. They did sign like I think like Graziano, Pele went there from Southampton, and you get the odd signing here, but they were at like mid-table teams. And then cool, someone like a Tevez, but
Drogba went for a bit.
They're coming towards the back end of their career.
They are, but the thing is that they never had no ties in the Premier League either.
That's fair.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, Chelsea are just buying out everything. All the players like that we're going for are choosing over there with their 8-year contracts. So it's just at this like after the first game that I watched on Sunday against Chelsea, I'm like, yeah, we need someone in that position ASAP. Otherwise, we're gonna suffer. Like we're not getting the best out of like players like McAllister, who needs to play further up the pitch.
He can't play that.
You know, he's playing DM like, and you know, he was out of his depth in large aspects of the game. So, but yeah, man.
No, it's good, man. The Prem's back, man. We needed it, man. Like, I need that balance back.
Yeah. It's you know, every weekend there's football, and then later on in the year, Champions League is gonna come back as well. So you know, we're gonna be in full swing again.
You know, we need our balance back, man. I mean, like I say it all the time, bro. If your man don't watch ball, man, I worry about him.
Mate, I ain't gonna say nothing on that.
No.
Nope.
We need it, bro. Like, fam, all the reality shows are running the yard and that now, man. Football's back on, man.
Do something.
Yeah, man. We're back, man.
Yeah.
It's important, man. And I need to have my weekend match of the day, you know.
Yeah.
I want to have my football arguments and that as well. So
yeah. Another thing that was good to see is hip hop celebrated 50 years
dope
over the past week. I think there was a big concert to kind of commemorate that in the MetLife Stadium, I think it was.
Act like it didn't happen.
Commemorate.
Okay, I'll let you go. I'll let you slide past, man.
Screw. You weren't here for it, so sorry.
So Chrissy's back with us. Just went to the little girl's room. Vans was meant to say commemorate.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it?
But
yeah.
you said
commemorate.
Commemorate.
English is doing us.
Commodify.
Yeah. It was just good to see how like everything was celebrated. I saw a couple performances and that.
Yeah. Was that where Nas brought out Lauryn Hill and stuff? Okay. Yeah.
She sounded terrible, by the way.
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
Surprised she actually came on time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, man.
That's what everyone was saying. Like, rah, she actually came out. Nas managed to bring her out.
Just manage it like that.
The world.
Yeah.
Classic, obviously.
Do you think now that we've got to 50 years of hip hop's in a good place?
I'm not so sure.
Okay.
Hip hop was always gonna evolve, right? It didn't sound how it sounded in the late 90s, early 2000s when I was really like in it. It didn't sound like how hip hop was at the start. Do you know what I'm saying? It's evolved over time, but now I think it's got to a point where like it's a lot more melodic across the board, obviously just from a commercial aspect. And people that are rapping, even if they're not backpack, people will just call them backpack.
They're not being underground by default just because they're not with the current sound, the wave music, the auto-tune and stuff.
Yeah, so like there'll be a lot of hip hop heads that will be asked like who are some young, exciting rappers. You'll get someone that will tell you like someone like Corday, for example.
Okay, yeah.
And then someone will be like, oh yeah, he's too backpack. Let me go for Uzi. And it's completely different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But like, he would still consider himself as a hip hop artist, or maybe he might see himself as a rock star.
I think there was definitely that phase where a lot of don't label me a rapper, or I'm more than a rapper.
Yeah.
When people got to a certain level. So,
but to see how far it's come,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like how it's influenced a lot, even just like from how people dressed. You know.
Yeah, I'm on. I don't know where I'm on like the glass half full, half empty vibe. I'm with you in terms of like more melodic and maybe where the sound's going, but the cultural impact, the amount of millionaires and people might not like it, but the billionaires that it's created, like,
yeah,
you know, the fact that it dominates so heavily in terms of like pop culture,
how it became the biggest genre in the world.
Yeah, it's the biggest genre in the world, and it's only 50 years young. So
yeah, where
could it go to next? Obviously, you still want things that are rooted in some level of like culture, the political voice of hip hop that it had massively, the social element. You still want that.
Yeah.
And you're trying to chase bling bling. Bro, I ain't never seen Martin Luther King with a bus down. That's what those two things they don't go hand in hand, innit?
Yeah, hip hop has created like, you know, a lot. Even like how producers are viewed.
Yeah.
It's massive in hip hop. Like we even know like executives. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because
from the
like,
lifestyle, like how invested we are in the story and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So
no, it was dope to see though. I think it's amazing. So
there was a lot of people that were doing different things to kind of celebrate the 50th birthday and stuff.
Also in music, I want to give if not done it in a long time, I've got an RNA award this week. I was meant to give it last week.
Tell us more, friend.
It's going to the young man by the name of Russell Wilson.
Okay.
And I'll explain why.
Okay, take the floor.
Because
point, example, explanation.
He saw his wife, Ciara. She was hanging out with Christopher Brown. She was looking like she wanted to make a musical comeback. And he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit you with a sperminator.
He was like, yeah.
Oh, you're trying that music thing again.
Yeah, the music thing ain't really hitting. But you know what? Do you?
Are you trying a little studio thing?
So
I remember people saying to us, your little podcast thing, your little radio thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you going studio again?
He was like, cute. You know what? In his mind, like, yeah, this music ain't hitting. I'm going to do something.
And you're in the studio with all these bloods and that and Christopher Brown. Come on, man. You're out there playing. Come on, man.
Yeah, all that dancing stuff was 10 years ago.
Yeah, man. Man said, I was putting up a bun in the oven, man. Sit down, man. Hot Girl Summer cancelled, man. And for that reason is why I give Russell Wilson the RNA award this week. Yeah.
Shout out to Russell Wilson. Even though
what?
The one that's estranged somewhere else in Atlanta. It's still mentioned his name.
Future, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Future. Nevadius.
You can talk about Russell Wilson without speaking about Future, man.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know what? I was just like, I was like, is no one, because you know sometimes my mind works, I was like, is no one clocking this? Like the minute she's moving like she wanted to go and, get back in the swing of things in music, man's like, cool out, man, chill out, man.
Chill out, man.
I'm not saying, listen, obviously, this is full misogyny, innit? Like, misogyny nigga adjacent. It's just like jokes in it.
Cause and effect.
Ha-ha. Yeah, ha-ha. Hee. Like, have your life and that, but the other life looks beautiful. And do you know what it is? It genuinely looks good on you. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's true.
It looks, you don't know what's going on over there. We're getting the pictures, what's presented to us, but it looks super wavy. You look very happy. You won.
Yeah, it's true.
You are a church mum's dream.
Your
you
son
was a
is
single
called
mum, sat in church praying for a husband, and one came out of there.
Walking in the spirit of a wife.
And you didn't get just any average man.
Thank you.
You got a multi-millionaire
that bought you
athlete,
a master's. Wow.
Yeah. Nah, yeah.
Did he buy it? Is that real? Or is that like, women like put agenda and source on story? I know, so the angle is that Russell Wilson bought Ciara's masters.
The inner hate is creeping out. The inner hate is creeping out. You sound like Future.
This isn't hate. I just want to be factual.
You sound like Future.
You sound like.
And I just want to be factual.
Future sent you in it.
I just want to be factual because you're not getting a bit too gassed, isn't it? Like,
no,
Fols is an FBG. He's in Future's.
You lot are so bad vibes.
No, not at all.
If it was about anyone else, I'd doubt it was true, but that's the man that really loves his babe.
Do you know, for you, like, it's confirmation bias. It's like, yeah, absolutely. Like, this is just proof of like
Confirmation
how much love he has for her. You didn't even go and fact check. Do you know how expensive masters are?
Yeah.
And I buy your masters, you're still out here dancing. Sit down, man.
Depends on the artist.
Fair. Because whilst we're here, I would like to address something.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, what now?
There's been a consistent theme, I think, of me on this podcast saying that Vans is horrific vibes. And I definitely feel like that's one of the few, because you're like, Chris likes to argue with me. But I feel like when I say that, she doesn't argue. That's one thing she doesn't argue with me about. She's very much beside me, backing me up, like, yeah, go King. You're very, very, very right.
Wow. Look at my friends against me.
Someone passed away. Yeah.
You see that?
And rather than just saying, you know, rest in peace, my man's like, it wasn't a good rapper though. Like, come on, bro. Read the room.
That's not what I said.
Okay.
So when I first saw the news,
R.I.P. Magoo.
yes, first and foremost, R.I.P. Magoo.
Yes.
And I quote tweeted the headline, and I was like, R.I.P. rest in peace.
Yeah.
And then following tweet, I didn't say who. I just said one of the worst rappers for me personally. But R.I.P. man.
Was that the time for that though? Because you notice I'm
hindsight,
I'm
maybe
not disagreeing with your opinion. I'm sure there are a lot of people that would agree with that he wasn't necessarily the greatest rapper.
You know what? When I was younger, yeah, I was just upset that with his abilities, had so much access to Timbaland and Missy Elliott's
elite
production.
level production, but he wasn't, in your opinion, up to scratch.
The tweet said,
That's your friend, innit?
I'll be honest, I didn't see the tweet before. The first tweet I saw was the Bad Vibes one. So the first tweet was quote tweeting some website, and he said, "Oh rah, full stop. R.I.P. Magoo." Moments later, one of the worst rappers to me personally, but R.I.P. man. You trying to tell me that's not Bad Vibes?
I still wished him to rest in power. Rest in power, Magoo, man.
Okay.
He died young as well, 50 years old.
50 is way
suspected
too
young.
heart
Yeah,
attack. So it's terrible news, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
RIP's in order. But I just wanted to get my
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, safe space.
It's just always interesting, like, where we will go to it, because everyone's got their lines in it. Like, I remember